Dom from the Game Looters, and today, my friends, we're talking about Pokemon Legends ZA. Specifically, we're talking about box management and some simple tips and tricks that are going to help you the moment you start Pokemon Legends ZA when it comes to managing your box. Now, with Pokemon Legends ZA, it's not quite Legends Arceus, it's not quite Scarlet and Violet, it's kind of somewhere in between. There's some things I like and some things I don't like. So let's get into the game, and we will kind of walk through what you can do and you can't do within Pokemon Legends Arceus, okay? So right now, we're just in a random spot in the game, right? Looking all rizzed up, looking fly. Like a fly guy, okay? So first off, we're gonna go into our boxes, and like I said, there's some things you can do and there's some things that you can't do. First and foremost, you're gonna have a lot of different boxes here that you're gonna have access to. Of course, when you have your boxes, the first thing you may want to do is go in and just name your boxes. So if you hit the plus sign on your Switch Pro controller or your actual Switch, you can go ahead and hit the plus sign, and then you can search your boxes. And then in the boxes, you can go in and you can change the name of the box and name it whatever you want. Now, the thing that sucks, unlike the other boxes of the past, is there's no real background, there's no wallpaper, nothing like that. So you can just kind of name the boxes, Shiny Box 1, Shiny Box 2, whatever you're trying to do. You can also come in and you can move the boxes. So you can grab the box and you can move them however you want. And that's pretty much what you're going to be able to do here. And of course, I always suggest to also make sure that there's at least one Pokemon in all your boxes. So you can do that by just hitting the Y button, and you can move each Pokemon. So always make sure that you put, at least one Pokemon in all boxes. That way, once you begin to actually, get your Pokemon, it'll give you more boxes. I think you start off with 8, and then as you accumulate more Pokemon, you get more boxes. So that's the first thing, is how do you name your boxes? That's how you do it. You push the plus sign, and then you're able to go ahead and rename your boxes. Now, the next thing is by pushing X, which is going to be at the very top of the left hand of the screen. By pushing X, you can see a few different things. So you can see your battle items that you have. So if, let's say, you want to go in and you want to register your team, so you can go ahead and register a Pokemon for the team, and you can have team 1, team 2, and you give your different teams as kind of like these are your main teams that you want to have. So you can go in and register your teams at the top for your battle teams, and these are kind of going to be your main go-to teams. But you have your boxes, you have your held items, so you can see okay, here's all the items that my Pokemon have. I typically take them off of the Pokemon when I transfer them to the box, but however you end up doing it. If you see here's Absol with the Absol light. So that's how you're able to kind of see what each Pokemon has on them. Okay, so that's kind of the next thing, is what does the X button do? That's what it does. All right, now, when it comes to releasing Pokemon, this one might be one that people are really, really jazzed up about. So let's go to a box. It doesn't really matter. This one here has a lot of Pidgeys. So if we hit the ZL button on your Pro Controller, you hit the ZL button, you're going to activate the select multiple. And under the select multiple, you have a few different tools, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and select all the Pidgeys. Okay, we're going to select all the Pidgeys. And what's cool about this, you have a few different options. We can move all of them by pushing Y. We can release all of them. So we can do mass release, which is really cool. So if we hit X, we're going to say, okay, yeah, we want to release all of these Pokemon. And boom, there it is. Now, there's one more really cool thing that we can do with this as well, too. But as you see now we have exactly 6 spots in our box. So let's say I was like, okay, now it looks ugly. So we have a box that's incomplete. So what you can do is you can go into a different box, and we're going to select the first 6 in the top row. And what's cool is you can hold down the A button. So if you hold down A, you can go all the way across, and it'll auto-select everything for you. That way you're not having to do it one by one. I really like that feature quite a bit too. And here we're going to hit push Y, and we're going to go back to that box that we just took all the Pidgeys out of. Now, what's cool about this is it'll actually auto-populate, and it'll auto-sort your Pokemon. So you can push the middle, and it'll automatically put them all in place. So this is a really cool thing if you want to make your boxes look full and symmetrical. Like, see here, I have one random box here. So I can go into this box here. I can click Clauncher. Now I can hit Y. I can go all the way back to this box here, and I can just pick any spot, and it'll auto-fill him there. And it'll also do this for boxes that, like I said, that they end up looking ugly. Like this one looks ugly here. So what we can do now is I can go in and I can select all of these Pokemon, hit Y, and boom, it'll then make it look pretty. Do the same thing going back down. We select them, and we can go to the top. That didn't work like I wanted it to, but you guys got exactly what I was putting down there. So boom, now I can go to the top, and now it makes it look really ugly. We're gonna do that one more time. Boom, boom. Now it's just auto sorting them for us. And this is just a cool way so you can just auto sort your Pokemon. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to sorting, there really isn't a way you can really sort here. Now, we're gonna click off of that. What you can do is you can search your boxes, of course, and if you want to look at them by, you know, gender or by nature, or if you want to look at your different battle teams, you can do that. If you're looking for a specific move that they know, a specific typing like poison, you know, if we can search that, you can see all the different poison Pokemon that are in each boxes. So maybe you want to go in and filter or have your boxes be poison type, normal type, whatever, right? Of course, you can also come in and do it by species. Like if I want to go and look, see, hey, where did I put Dratini at? You can go ahead and click there, and boom, it's going to take us to the box with Dratini. So, and you can hit X to, you know, auto reset all of that and go back. Again, there's no real filter here, so that kind of sucks. And the other thing that sucks too is, unlike Legends Arceus, you don't really get anything for releasing a lot of Pokemon. So you want to catch as many Pokemon as you can, you know, to raise whatever background stats there is there, and also for all of your side missions and for your Mabel's research, right? You want to go and you want to get as many types of Pokemon as you can for that. But you actually, outside of the research points and the rewards you get from it, you don't get anything like before, where maybe you get like a ton of different EXP candy or Seeds of Mastery or anything. You don't really get anything like that from mass releasing. Now, with the other boxes here, you can also hit search box. Like I said, we can do the main box here. You can search within the main boxes. You could change the names. That's pretty much going to be it. As you see here, we had extra boxes. And the reason that we have extra boxes, remember that one box that earlier we had number 13 where we had one empty? So because I put a Pokemon in there, now it gave me these additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes that we can play with. So now I can go ahead and move. I can go ahead and move these alphas here. We can move that to the end. I can move my shiny box over here. And then we can do the same thing that we did before. So now what we can do is I can go in and I can just place, we'll pick this random box. Place one Pokemon in each of these other boxes. And that way it has a count, and it's like, okay, yeah, there's a Pokemon in all of these boxes. So they're going to need more boxes as they catch Pokemon. So you want to do this that way, like I said, as you catch more Pokemon, you don't run out of boxes, or at least it doesn't feel like you run out of boxes. That way you can kind of go in and manage your boxes as you want. Again, if you want to do them by typing, if you want to do it by you know, a numerical, or if you want to do it by the Pokedex, you know, whichever way you want to end up doing it. This is going to be the best way you can do that here. So again, this is just a foolproof management box, and that's going to be really everything that you can do within Pokemon Legends ZA. There's not really much here. Like I said, some things I would have loved to see, like in Legends Arceus, I would have loved to see mass release actually get a reward. You know, I think that would have been really cool, like to get like some kind of candy or something, because candy is kind of a premium in this game a little bit. You find it on the ground and stuff. So, you know, I would have loved to have seen, you know, a lot of that, but right now we have, here it is, 24 boxes. Nothing's empty. So I would have loved to have seen, you know, some other stuff here. I would have loved to see auto sort, like when we go in and we can select multiple, or maybe another way we can sort them. Like, oh, if I want to sort them by species, if I want to sort them by shinies, if I want to sort them by type. I wish there would have been like a sorting option here. I don't think it would have been a big uplift to get that in here. But regardless, this is what we got here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. If there's anything that, as you guys are getting in brand new to the game, if you're finding anything out in the game of like, oh, okay, I found out that I could do X, Y, Z, or I could do this inside of the Pokemon boxes, let us know in the comments below. I've been Dom from the Game Looters. This is everything about Pokemon boxes and sorting that you should know. I hope this video helped you out, or at least maybe you had some questions about it. Leave me a like before you guys leave, and we'll see you on more Pokemon Legends ZA content. Peace out, my friends.